They called it a stitch-up. A bombshell new royal biography is shaking Buckingham Palace, to its core revealing King Charles and Prince William's fury at Prince Harry's desperate maneuvers, his tasteless public pleas, and the shocking truth about why reconciliation may never happen. Robert Hardman's updated book, Charles I, The Inside Story, peels back the curtain with insider testimony that shows just how strained and, in many ways, broken the royal family's relationship with Harry has become. From timed publicity stunts that clash with state visits to an interview so poorly judged, it left palace staff appalled. The revelations are both damning and heartbreaking. But it doesn't stop there. The book also uncovers Catherine's surprising spiritual awakening following her cancer battle, and the real story of Queen Elizabeth's rapport with Donald Trump, contradicting years of media spin. Welcome to the channel, and today we dive deep into the most explosive royal revelations yet. Stay with us because by the end of this video, you'll understand why the palace has drawn a line in the sand and why Harry's path back into the fold may be gone for good. The British monarchy has weathered scandals before, but few wounds cut as deep as the ongoing rift between Prince Harry and his family. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, Harry and Meghan have pursued a highly public path from lucrative media deals to controversial lawsuits that has often collided with palace protocol and dignity. Now, Robert Hardman's revised biography of King Charles reveals how strained matters truly are. According to insiders, Harry's legal battle with the British government over police protection has become a stumbling block to any reconciliation. His decision to appear in court alongside a poorly timed BBC interview left palace officials horrified, not least because of his remarks about the king's health. Meanwhile, Catherine, Princess of Wales, is said to have undergone a quiet spiritual transformation during her cancer journey, offering a rare glimmer of inspiration amid turmoil. And in a surprising twist, the late Queen Elizabeth's relationship with Donald Trump is also re-examined, shattering the popular narrative of tension. Before we dive into the shocking details, what do you think? Should Harry drop his lawsuits if he truly wants peace with his family? The most explosive revelation from Robert Hardman's updated biography centers on how Prince Harry's actions are perceived inside the palace and why they've slammed the door shut on reconciliation. According to Hardman Palace, insiders were appalled by Harry's recent BBC interview. What was meant to be a heartfelt plea quickly turned into what many described as a tasteless stitch-up. Harry lamented that he didn't know how much longer his father would live, tying his words to a legal dispute over security. For royal staff and family members, the comment wasn't just clumsy, it was deeply offensive. To speak about the king's health so publicly while embroiled in lawsuits against the government crossed a line. Behind the scenes, Charles had extended an olive branch by offering Harry accommodation at Buckingham Palace during his London court appearance. But Harry declined instead, staying at a hotel reportedly to preserve privacy while preparing his interview. To courtiers, the optics were clear. Harry was staging a performance rather than seeking reconciliation. Hardman also highlights a troubling pattern. Harry's sudden public appearances often coincided with the king's most important state visits. While Charles visited Germany, Italy, and Canada, Harry emerged in London courtrooms or at international conferences. For many inside the palace, the timing felt less like coincidence and more like a calculated attempt to pull focus from the monarch. The legal case itself remains the greatest obstacle. As long as Harry continues suing the British government over security, the king cannot risk private conversations. Any exchange could be dragged into court, threatening the constitutional position of the monarch as the fountain of justice. In short, until Harry drops the case, peace is impossible. Adding to the tension, Hardman notes that Charles doesn't even discuss Harry in private. Unlike what the media often suggests, insiders say the king has simply moved on, consumed by matters of state and unwilling to agonize over what he cannot control. This, combined with William's cool indifference, has left Harry increasingly isolated. Imagine for a moment, what if Harry intentionally times his appearances to overshadow royal tours? Is it mere coincidence or a deliberate strategy born of resentment? The palace seems to think the pattern speaks for itself. At the heart of this family fracture lies a complex mix of personal grievance, public image, and constitutional responsibility. Harry's insistence on pursuing his court battle over police protection is more than just a legal matter. It's a direct challenge to the authority of the Home Office, and by extension, the king himself. Charles cannot privately negotiate with his son without risking the perception of interference in government business. For the monarchy, neutrality is sacred. Harry's lawsuit makes that neutrality impossible. The impact ripples outward. For the palace, every time Harry goes public with pleas about security, it reinforces the idea that he prioritizes personal grievance over the dignity of the crown. For William, the feud is even more personal. He sees Harry's media tactics not as cries for help, but as deliberate distractions from the work of the monarchy, whether during state visits abroad or key moments at home. This deepens the rift, as William has shown no interest in reconciliation whatsoever. For the public, reactions remain divided. Harry and Meghan's supporters argue that his concerns for safety are valid, especially given the tragic loss of his mother. But critics and many royal observers see entitlement, pointing out that security is a privilege reserved for working royals, not a guaranteed right for those who step away. The economic dimension is also significant, providing constant taxpayer-funded protection for a private citizen living overseas is politically indefensible in Britain. Socially, Harry's timing has also backfired. His remarks about his father's health were seen as insensitive, even manipulative. For a public that still holds deep affection for the king during his own health struggles, Harry's words came across as self-serving rather than compassionate. Meanwhile, Catherine's quiet spiritual awakening after her cancer journey provides a stark contrast. Her response has inspired empathy and respect, while Harry's choices fuel controversy. Politically, the situation underscores a reality. As long as Harry continues dragging ministers like Keir Starmer and Yvette Cooper into the courtroom, the palace must keep its distance. This isn't just family drama, it's constitutional integrity at stake. And yet, Robert Hardman also reveals something few expected: the late Queen Elizabeth's surprising rapport with Donald Trump. Could this be the final twist in a narrative long skewed by media spin? Royal family crises are nothing new. From Edward VI's abdication in 1936 to Princess Diana's explosive panorama interview in the 1990s, the monarchy has repeatedly faced moments where personal turmoil collides with public duty. Prince Harry's ongoing battles echo this tradition, where private pain becomes public spectacle. Globally, the Sussex drama has parallels with other royal houses. In Spain, former King Juan Carlos's scandals forced his exile. In Japan, Crown Princess Masako's struggles with press intrusion reshaped how the imperial family is perceived. Time and again, we see the same clash: personal freedom versus institutional responsibility. What makes the British case unique is the sheer scale of global attention. Every word from Harry or Meghan is amplified, every reaction from the palace dissected. Against this backdrop, Catherine's faith journey stands out as a rare positive thread, evoking echoes of Queen Elizabeth I's own steadfast spirituality. The contrast is stark. While one branch of the family seeks healing through faith and service, another seems locked in a cycle of bitterness and resentment. Which path will define the monarchy's future? The revelations from Robert Hardman's updated biography paint a clear picture. Reconciliation between Prince Harry and the palace is more distant than ever. His lawsuits, his poorly judged interviews, and his tendency to overshadow royal milestones have only deepened the divide. For Charles and William, duty must come first, and as long as Harry drags his grievances into the courts, and the media peace remains impossible. At the same time, Catherine's spiritual awakening provides a glimpse of hope and resilience, while the late Queen's rapport with Donald Trump reminds us how often the media narrative gets it wrong. In the end, the monarchy endures not through scandal, but through continuity and faith. So, what do you think? Should Harry abandon his legal fight if he truly wants a way back into the fold, or has that door already closed forever? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into royal revelations. And join us next time where we'll uncover how Catherine's quiet strength is reshaping the monarchy in ways no one saw coming. Thousands already follow this channel for unfiltered royal analysis. Make sure you don't miss out.